just talking about actually how you mentioned Thabo Sefolosha and police brutality. Recently, for those who don't know, Chris Copeland, a player for the Pacers, he was stabbed.
Him and his girlfriend.
Yeah, they were stabbed after what was it, like 4 o'clock in the morning? It was like last week, and Thabo Sefolosha was in the area of the incident, and after the police were trying to investigate, apparently the police were pretty aggressive with him when they were arresting him. They said he was obscuring their attempt to invest, like they're trying to set the parameters for the investigation of the stabbing, and apparently he was obstructing the investigation.
Basically, he wouldn't leave.
Mm-hmm.
And it caused his season injury.
Yeah, and he fractured his fibula and tore a ligament, and pretty much he's blaming the police for his injury. And if you guys want to see the video of what happened, it's on TMZ. If you watch it, it's pretty. It's
self-explanatory.
It's self-explanatory. It's self-explanatory for how, like, a lot of the times it seems like police brutality has kind of been overlooked. Recently, that the one that you were talking about before we came on here was the cop that got you said South Carolina?
Yeah, South Carolina, when the man got shot 8 times.
Yeah.
Apparently the police said that he tried to take his taser and he shot him in the back 8 times.
You know what I'm saying? It's getting out of hand, you know. It's getting out of hand. But see, I want to know, since it's finally happened to, like, you know, someone like a celebrity, a big name person, will they finally, you know, do something about what's actually going on with all this police stuff, you know?
That's a good question.
And I understand that, you know, police may try to claim they feel threatened or whatever, you know, they're trying to, like, protect everybody else. But, you got to think about what you do, your decisions, your choices, like most of the time you're taking somebody's life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And as a cop, don't you feel some kind of like right to not like shoot first?
Yeah,
but
like
kind of handle the situation in any other way.
And if you, like I'm saying, if you look at most of the videos, when you see a police, they're not by themselves. They're never by themselves. It's always like 5, 6 of them. So like, why do you feel like you have to shoot somebody when obviously you're going to overpower them anyway and, you know, do damage like they did to Thabo?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was like 6 cops on him, and that's how he got injured. They just like manhandled him in handcuffs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You there's stuff like that you just can't do, man.
I feel like it's kind of becoming unnecessary, all this police brutality, and it's like a huge focus on a lot of the African American community.
That was
Eric Gardner.
Eric Gardner. There you go.
It's a big focus on like the African American community. You always see like the young black men getting like ruffled up or hurt in the media and stuff like that. But I seen like a video. It was actually a white teenager in Virginia Beach, and they got pulled over at a stoplight. They was being detained, and he wouldn't get out the car because he said he was 17 years old and he was waiting for his mother to come and get him. And the cop just tased him and forced him out of the car.
You know, like, it's not necessary.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's like an utter abuse of like the shield and the badge. Like it kind of gets me because, you know, we always think, what did the, you know, it's natural reaction. You want to know what the person did to warrant that, you know, reaction from the police. But if you watch the video, like Thabo Sefolosha wasn't doing anything. Like he wasn't resisting arrest. They put him in. There was like 5 cops arresting this man, and one cop takes out his nightstick and like prepares to hit him. And it's like you can even hear people in the video saying, "Oh, he didn't do anything. He's not doing anything. Why are you guys arresting him?" He was with one of his teammates, Para Antic, I think that's the name.
Yeah, Antic.
Yeah, and he was there with them when they're getting arrested, and it's weird because the police were way more aggressive with Thabo than his teammate. His teammate was just sitting on the ground, but Thabo is of African American descent, and police were so aggressive with him it didn't even make any sense. So it's one of those things you're just kind of like, you look at with a side eye, you're kind of wondering, like, I mean, because a lot of these policemen have been really brutal with a lot of these teenagers and
young men in general.
Yeah, and it's really like alarming. What were you gonna say, Rashad?
Basically, like, you know what I'm saying, they do what they want to do. They don't care. Like you said, he wasn't doing anything. He was resisting arrest, but they still feel like they have to do what they have to. I remember I remember the time we was at the Shell station and that one night.
Oh yeah.
And you know, there was police in the area, but there was a situation going on that we wasn't involved with, but we knew about the situation. And they came and like held their gun at me, like at the window, like he had his gun on his hand while talking to us, like, and we're just sitting in the car, like windows up and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, like stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, granted, you can't bug out and nothing, you know, like
the cops,
invoke them to do something, provoke them to do anything. But like, I remember, like, yo, like, why are you doing that? Like, it's not necessary, man.
Yeah. See, and that's what really like is the most alarming part, because I can relate with them in some circumstance. I'm like, if you feel threatened, yeah, you gotta protect yourself, because some people will take that hesitation and do something to you. But if you're not threatened, if the person is completely cooperating,
why use such unnecessary force?
Yeah, you're using unnecessary force, and then somehow they get off on these off of these bogus charges. I'm just like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, it makes me question the judicial system sometimes. I'm like in the Eric Garner case, this man was doing nothing. They jumped the police officer, like it's like hanging on this man's back, putting him in like a headlock. Yeah, and he's saying repeatedly, I can't breathe. So I'm just like, I just don't. It doesn't.
The people that's supposed to be protecting us.
And granted, they do their job. I'm not saying they don't do their job well. It's just some of them. It's really, you really just got to sit there and like think about it. You're like, wait, what? Like, why is all this necessary? But that's just something for
society today.
Yeah, that is food for thought, honestly. But saying